Let me look at it now. Look down at the bottom. It don't say the mic muted. All right. Is it unmuted? All right. We got money? All right. There we go. There we go. Let me see. Oh, snap, I'm tripping. There we go. All right, bet. My headphones were still connected and I left my case home. I'm pissed. All right, we the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm Priest and Officer Don Yala. If you got any questions, type them in. If not, we're going to move on. Let me know if anybody got any questions online. So until they type in their questions online, let me know if you got a question.
So I was building up precepts on the Lord, punishing evildoers. That's what I was looking into. Because of recent events, I picked up somewhere the Lord punishing us by pestilence, by plagues, by the sword and famine. So something around that.
So what you want, like more precepts on? Oh God damn, this fire! Who did this?
Somebody.
That's a lot. That's fire. Move this over a little bit so we can get this into the camera. That's fire. Most High Christ. All right, so you what? Basically want more precepts on the what? The way the Lord punishes? Okay, he can punish us in any way. Right? So so what? More ways out of what you already got written down?
Maybe like in the New Testament.
Okay.
Like in Revelations.
What? Oh, some precepts in Revelation?
Come.
That's a monster? Crazy if you drink a monster. I don't drink monsters past 3 o'clock. I'll be up all night. I'll go to sleep tomorrow if I drink a monster right now. But nah, all right, so ways he could punish us.
Like if you could, like I know some of the stories where it says be not partakers of her sins.
Our sins, okay.
Like going into that, like the backstory of it.
The backstory and be not partaker of her sins?
Yeah, like that chapter.
Yeah, let's pull it. Let's pull it if you got it. Yeah, perfect. Because the Lord could punish you in any way, shape, or form. Right? You wouldn't know if it's a punishment if you wise enough. Like unfortunately, some of our people don't know. Some of our people, especially Christians, think being punished is a blessing, which is why they do it. Like they think fighting cancer is a blessing, and they continue to smoke. They think high blood pressure is a blessing, and they continue to eat foods they shouldn't. When it's not. It's a punishment from the Lord. Now, not everything is a punishment from the Lord, because some stuff that the Lord used to punish one person, he might use it to create a miracle in another person. So this person might be going through it as a punishment. This person might be going through it as a goddamn miracle. Go ahead.
Or, like sometimes it could be a test where, you might be going through certain things, like where, he's testing to see how much you can endure and stay solid.
Right.
That's why I believe it's like a precept, like pretty much like don't be in joy when faced with adversity, right?
Yeah, that's one of them. All right, let's go to Matthew 7:13 first. Let's read it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye and at the straight gate.
Enter ye at the straight gate. Read.
Come. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way.
Wide is the gate, and broad is the way. Read.
Come. That leadeth to destruction.
Wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So that wide gate and that broad way lead to destruction. Read.
Come. And many there be which go and threat and terror.
Read.
Because straight is the gate.
Straight is the gate. Read.
Come. Which leadeth unto life.
Which lead unto life. Read.
Come. And few there be that find it.
Few there be that find it. Why is it saying straight is the way? The straight path is the way. And the wide path is the way that leadeth it unto death. Precept. Go ahead.
It talks about walk the narrow path.
You talk about this scripture or another one?
The precept, like where they talk about the narrow path, where it gives like the metaphor of water and fire.
That's exactly, yup. That's second Esdras, 7 and 7. We're gonna go to that next. Is that it on this?
It was I want to go over the book of Revelations. It was the 18th chapter.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna get the book after.
Yeah, let's get second Esdras and then we're gonna go to Revelation because this is a precept to this scripture. Like straight is the path. Because if the wide way means what? That's the way that everybody is going to take. Why? Because it's easy to get through. Who wants to go through a straight, narrow path? That's the hard way. If everybody had the option to take the easy way out, they would, which is why broad is the way to destruction, because everybody's taking that path. Meaning what? Everybody is joining the Christian church. Why? Because it's easy to do. It's the easiest thing, the easiest way to get close to God by doing the least amount of work. So because it requires the least amount from you, it's the easiest way to get to God. That is the broad way. Everyone wants to take that way. No one wants to take the way that they actually got to suffer and strive and put in work. They don't want to take that way. It requires too much from them. They will break. In the hell you want to risk losing family, money, everything, when you can keep all that and just, in the end, die a horrible death or something. Right. But that straight way is the way that you need to walk. Here's the precept. Read.
This is the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 7 and verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow.
The entrance is narrow. The entrance is real narrow.
Right.
The entrance to the walk to the walk of the kingdom, to get the kingdom, is real narrow. Right. A lot of people don't like to walk this walk because here's why. Read.
Come. And it's set in a dangerous place to fall.
And it's in a dangerous place to fall. Meaning, this path is so narrow that falling can kill you.
Right.
Here's why. Read.
If I could.
Go ahead.
Like, I remember, like I used to play this video game, right? Of course, like the video games, you gotta walk. Sometimes in an adventure game, whatever, I don't know, you might have to walk a narrow path. And in the game, you're trying to make sure you don't. I was playing Max Payne as a young guy, and I remember there was one mission where you gotta walk this bloodline, and all around you is just nothing but void, darkness, and blackness. And if you don't make the right, if you move a little bit to the left, to the right, you fail the mission. You gotta start all the way over. You know what I mean? So, of course, that's different. So I definitely feel it right.
Right. Hold on. Right, but nah, that's similar to this. That's similar to this. Right. Read.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand.
It's like this path is so narrow and falling is dangerous because falling, it's like there's what on the right hand? Fire on the right hand. Falling is like it's fire on the right side. If you fall to the right, it's like you fell in fire. It's like you fell in fire. Read.
And on the left, a deep water.
And it's like on the left, you fell in the deep water. Read.
Verse 8. The only path between them, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
This path is so small to walk, only one person can go through this path at once. This is not like the wide and the broad path where more than one person can actually walk this way. This path is so narrow that only one person could walk it at a time. Because it's so dangerous. If you fall to your right, you're falling in fire. It's like you're falling in fire. If you fall to your left, it's like you're falling in deep waters. Meaning what? If you fall to your left and fall in deep waters, will you die? Will you die if you fall to the left in deep waters? Fall to the left in deep waters, will you die? If you fall off this narrow path in deep waters, will you die? Let me know if anybody online answer. And if not, if you got the answer, you can answer. If you fall to the left or the right, will you die?
Someone said concert.
Nope.
Two people said if you fall to the left or the right, so like they said concert.
Nope. You can die, but you won't die. If you fall in deep waters, is it possible you can survive? Hell yeah. People can survive falling in deep waters. You fall in fire, can you survive? Hell yeah. You ever heard of 4th degree burns? It's possible. But the point is, who wants to go through that and suffer those consequences of falling left and right? No one. So it's best to keep straight. It's best to keep straight. Will you die? No. Can you die? Yes. It's very possible. It's not, when I say will you die, meaning it's not guaranteed that you're going to die if you fall left or right. But there's a high chance you will die. So guess what? Who in the hell want to try their luck? And if you don't die, who in the hell want to live with 4th-degree burns, 3rd-degree, 2nd-degree burns. Who the hell want to, be in the middle of deep waters? I don't give a damn if you know how to swim. You never been in no deep waters, where it takes so much of your body to stay afloat, so much of your muscles to stay afloat. Your body start cramping and giving out on you, and all you got to do is lay there and float. And at some point in time, the water start absorbing into your goddamn skin, and then guess what? You got no more left in you. And once you get under that goddamn water, that pressure to that water is going to start crushing your goddamn bones. Who want to go through that in deep? That's why I said deep waters. Because you fall in deep waters, your chance of surviving is very slim. You fall in fire, your chance of surviving is very slim. So it's best to stay on this path. Will you die? Who knows? Can you die? Hell yeah. But you should never approach it like, hey, I can fall and then live. Nah, that's not the case. Everybody don't have that mercy, that type of mercy. So you should always walk this path like, I am going to die if I fall. Scripture say a righteous man give up 7 times. Yes. But it is better to approach every time like you're going to goddamn die. Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Mm-hmm.
It says, this is Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
Right.
The law that endured forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
Right.
But such as leave it shall die.
Right. You keep the laws of God, you're going to live. You don't keep the laws of God, you're going to die. So when you walk in that straight, that narrow path, that means you're keeping the laws of God. When you fall left to right, that means you're leaving it. And you will die. Unless you do what's right. Unless you keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Let's read on. Is there any more?
Nah, sir.
That's it? All right. Any questions online? All right. Let's save them until let's get Revelations, and then we can get the questions after this Revelation question. This Revelation scripture, since we on this topic.
Verse 1.
Yeah, wherever you want, wherever you want the breakdown.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen, and it will become the habitation of devils.
Right.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean hateful bird.
Babylon is fallen. Like the empire that fell, it's the habitations of devils and every unclean spirit, man. This place that fell, that's America. Every goddamn unclean spirit. America is the only place where people in other countries run to get freedom. Women want to dress like whores in other countries, but they get stoned. They come to America. Want to be homosexual, but you get stoned in your country, you come to America. You want to live off the backs of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you come to America. You want a sex change, come to America. You want to get high, come to America. You want to get married and you to the same sex, come to America. Come to America. Every unclean spirit is here. And there's going to be one day where an angel going to come from heaven and say, Babylon the Great is fallen. Babylon the Great is fallen. Read on.
Verse 3, for all nations had drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Meaning what? Go ahead.
But everybody done, like you just said, everybody partake in, wickedness. So.
And when they say every nation, meaning what? So every nation. So that drunk of the wine of her fornication, meaning what?
Meaning like for the nations, meaning like everybody in the world, every nation then partake in sins with this
How?
like,
Give me some examples.
So, like for instance, making government deals.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly what it is. Yep. They making deals to where as though a lot of these countries are starting to allow a lot of laws that they starting to let it slide over there. Like a lot of these nations are starting to allow homosexual rights in their countries and stuff. 100 years ago, they would never allow it, but because they're drinking the wine of America, they allow it now. Like even some of them Arabian countries, right? Some of them Arabian countries, you would get stoned for being gay over there. Some of them are letting you slide. You would get stoned for worshiping another god. Some of them are letting them slide. Why? Because of America. But Salaki, go ahead.
No, I think what you said is heavy, because when you read in the book of Revelations, it really telling you like how things is in today's time. Like people, not a lot of us, many nations have came to Babylon, and came to the Great War and gotten there with, that's why Russia right now is at full tilt with America, because they ain't trying to be in bed with America. And, other people ain't trying to be in bed with America. So now America is at a situation. They're like, all right, you ain't with us, you're against us. You know what I'm saying? And you can see all the people that's in the UN, they done all been in bed with Esau, especially America. And, these pastors and they is not teaching our people this. You don't learn this nowhere else but in here. And I think it is very, very evil and very wrong for these pastors to hear the truth from the ISUPK and not want to correct their teachings because it's dangerous. COVID-19 happened, they ain't no answers for it. It's evil.
Right.
You gotta pray for this to get out the world. Read the Bible, you don't know.
Yeah, this is evil to us, but this ain't evil to the Lord. This is what He want. This is them Egyptians that died that night thought that was evil that was happening, but to the Lord that was righteous. That was justice. I mean, so read on.
Oh God. The book of Revelation, chapter 18, and verse 3. For all nations had drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through abundance of her delicacies.
Man, these nations are rich through the abundance of her delicacy. Meaning what? Go ahead.
They got rich off the niggas, sticks and stones.
Yep, they set up Chinese stores, supermarkets. Look, this how you know it's crazy. I seen a post on Instagram. There was a brother that opened up a supermarket here in Philadelphia. It's the only black-owned supermarket here in Philadelphia. And this is such a big deal because it's black-owned. As I seen that post, I kept saying it, but there came to a point in time where I finally stopped and just read the post and see what was going on and see what the big deal was about. And I'm like, damn, it's a black-owned supermarket. Can we not see what this really means? Like, can we not see how big this really is, meaning this? We in a society where we love oppressors, right? But we make it a big deal when one of us open a big time business. It's like, yes, they finally let us open a supermarket. Who finally let us do it? Why did they finally let us open a supermarket? They finally let us do this and do that. There's hundreds of supermarkets in Philadelphia. We're really making a big deal that a black-owned supermarket open. Yes, you want to know why? Because we don't own a goddamn thing because they don't let us open up anything. So guess what happened when we open up a goddamn supermarket? It's a big deal. Why it's a big deal? Because a black man owns a supermarket. How many black people you think try to open up supermarkets? A lot. They finally let one slip through the crack and it's a big deal. We are not under oppression. When you look up the statistics, let me get it to be exact, right?
If I put it, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, it's another thing too. Like, this is how bad it has been. Like, even our black farmers are being oppressed. And you would think, well, they got the land. You know, a lot of black people make a big deal about it. They got the land. You know, we got to get the land. Well, it's black people that's farmers, and they got to count the seeds and give it to the government. Like, they can't try to pocket seeds, so you say, right? And the government trying to control what type of seeds that they plant. And it has been documented that the government was giving them fake seeds. So they try to sow these seeds, thinking, all right, cool. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and sow these down in the dirt and all that, and get it right for these next seasons, right? When the time comes, you like, why my cabbage and my lettuce and my onions ain't grown? Why my broccoli ain't grown? Lo and behold, they done gave you false seeds. Straight up, there was a whole document about that. There was a whole report about that like 4 years ago. And they taxing, they taxing the farmers and stuff like that. So it's hard.
Right.
And trying to get the loans too. Like your line of credit gotta be amazing. That's down there with that's like I want to say $1 million, but close to it.
Right. Close. You gotta have the most perfect credit to even get any type of loan.
Right.
All right, so I got it. You see, black-owned businesses in the United States increased to 34.5% between 2007 and 2012. 2.6 million black farms. More than 95% of these businesses are solely proprietorships or partnerships, which have no paid employees. About 4 in 10 black-owned businesses. Let me read this last part so y'all can understand. More than 95% of these businesses are sole proprietorships. Look up this word for me, Nakar. Sole proprietorships. It's PRO. Let me know when you're ready. PRO PRIE TORSHIP.
Proprietorship. the state or right of owning a business or holding property, a business or property, etc., owned by a property user.
Look up sole proprietor.
I see it right here.
Go ahead.
Sole proprietorship, also known as a sole tradership, individual entrepreneurship, or proprietorship is a type of enterprise owned and run by one person in which there is no legal distinction between the owner and the business entity. A sole trader does not necessarily work alone and may employ other people.
Now, this article say a sole proprietorship, right, or a partnership, which have no paid employees, meaning this 2.6 billion black firms, meaning 2.6 billion black owned businesses, right? But 95% of these, of this 2.6 million, 2.6 million, 95% of that 2.6 million is just some nigga with just a business license. He have no paid employees. That means someone who went and signed up for LLC and sell turtles, sell socks, walk around and try to sell oils. Someone who set up a stand and try to sell anything. They are counting that.
As farmers?
Firms, black firms, meaning a black business.
Okay.
Yeah. So 95% of the black-owned businesses in America has one employee, meaning the person who started the business. So if I go make an LLC tomorrow, I get an LLC and I go on the street and start selling shoestrings, they would consider me a black-owned business and put me in their statistics. So you look up the statistics of black-owned businesses and you like, damn, over 2.6 million black people in America own a business. Yeah, but somebody is on the side of the road selling waters. Versus the supermarkets, the banks, the insurance companies, hospitals. Come on, go ahead.
So basically, just to sum it all up, niggas, they making jobs, but the jobs ain't being able to circulate through our neighborhood. Basically.
Yeah, it's just, it have no paid employees, meaning they don't have a bunch of employees where they paying, weekly or bi-weekly or a salary.
That's crazy.
Well, let's read on.
All right. Verse 4. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
Come out of her, my people, meaning don't be a part of Babylon the Great that cage every foul spirit. Don't be partakers in her sin. Don't be out there marching for, LGBT rights. Don't be out there marching for same-sex marriage. Don't be out there marching to legalize marijuana. Don't be out there marching, and for whatever they have going on. Don't be partakers in her sins. Don't celebrate Christmas, Easter, Halloween, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't partake in her sins. Come out of her. Be against everything. Don't celebrate New Year's. Come out of her, my people. Do not, celebrate with this Babylon the Great that cage every foul spirit celebrates. Why? Because you're going to end up celebrating what they celebrate. Don't Oh, it's 4th of July. I'm just gonna go see my people. I ain't about to go eat no hot dogs or watch the fireworks. What the hell are you there for? You can see them any day of the week. If that's the only time your family come together, I just won't see my family then. I refuse to show up in UPK apparel or something, or them know I'm in the UPK and I show up to an event and say, I'm just here to see my family. They're gonna be like, man, this nigga just want to be here and celebrate it with us. Right, you know some of these, you know, I throw down and you like, damn, Uncle Larry always did throw down at the barbecue. Uncle John did throw down at the barbecue. You know what? I don't celebrate this. Let me get a rib. Once he slapped that rib on your plate, guess what? Yeah, that nigga talking. I came across his class on Facebook. He talking all that Israelite stuff. Man, he just was eating them ribs, wasn't he, y'all? Yup. Nah, Uncle Larry do throw down. And it was pork. Come on, man. Don't partake in none of her sins. Read on.
God. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Don't receive her plagues. When you come out of America and you be not partaker in her sins, you don't have to worry about them plagues that she got coming to her. All the plagues that hit America, you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to affect you how it affects everyone else.
Right.
How you not be partaker in her plague? By don't partake in her sin. It's a lot. You had your hand up?
Come. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I was thinking, right? So what? Well, really earlier, it was like I was on the phone with Captain Cesaria, and it was like, basically these cats, these the alphabet super boys, you know, they was in the room pretty much with doing their nonsense, and basically they the whole monkeypox thing came up about, and you know the one brother, he's not in school, so you know he looked pretty bad trying to
defend his stance.
Yeah, I'm in the back chat, like, nigga, stand your ground. You know, I'm giving this nigga orders in his background in his back channel. You know what I mean? But no. So what these homosexuals was trying to, you know, they try to sway away from the monkeypox thing. And the one they was like, yeah, you know, basically the brother was like, yo, you know, y'all get monkeypox. I mean, that is a specific disease that is y'all had. So the other gay people, they try to like disown that. The one gay people was like, nah, it is in our community, rampant as hell. You know what I mean? But they was like, well, who had it first? And they was like, white man. And you know, I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, you don't know to go to that scripture, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's
so they saying, yeah, it's in a community, but the white man had it first.
Yeah, so the scripture comes to life. Like, don't be partaking of our sins.
Yeah, because homosexuals never want to take accountability. But Salakia, what you was about to say?
Now when we called for the fight, I was just like, yo, they partaking in these sins. That's, you know, white man got it, they gonna get it.
Exactly. Like, come on. Like, who you think was homosexuals? Hamites. Right. Where do Esau get everything he learned? From Hamites. Tower of Babel. Just look at the history. Our laws of not being a homosexual comes from what they was doing in Egypt. Esau took over Egypt and took over their customs like he do anywhere. Esau go into a land, the oppressor go into a land, he takes over and conquer it, and he becomes the people. So whatever traditions and laws that you did over there, he do. That's all. They start painting themselves on the pyramids, right? You can find oppressors' paintings on pyramids, right? Why could we find the oppressor paintings on pyramids? Because they got there and there were Hamite rulers painted on pyramids because of what the Israelites did. So they got paintings on pyramids following after traditions of the people who land they conquered. But also, their women shaved their heads. Did a bunch of the abominable things. Why? Why they do abominable things? Because the Africans did it. That's why. That's exactly all the gay stuff came from the Hamites. Esau conquered their land and picked up on it. So guess what, LGBT, elemental P, QRS, 123 community? You had monkeypox. If you want to say, yeah, who had it first? Okay, let's say the Edomites had it first. Why do you have it if they had it first? You have it because you're doing what they're doing, and they're doing what another nation did before them. They never want to take accountability. In fact, they just want to throw their lust and their sin on everybody else. Like the LGBT community is very aggressive, violent, and untrustworthy, and you know shouldn't be around them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think it's crazy because, like, when you look at how they operate, like, I was in this room the other night talking to these sisters, and it was should women follow behind homosexual men or straight men? So I was like,
that was an actual topic.
Yeah. You know, I went in there, I seen that, I was like,
and you know what? Them women know not to follow behind homosexual men, right? They do stuff for shock value and just to get men pissed off, period. Women don't be friends with homosexuals very long. That is a relationship that is going to clash because he is constantly trying to prove to you he a better female than you are. They don't believe they should follow behind gay men. They don't believe that. They know they should follow behind a straight man. Following behind homosexual man to them is like following behind another female. They know it, no matter what race you is. Why do you think every homosexual act like a black woman? White homosexual act like a black woman. Chinese. Name any race on the face of this earth that the men act like homosexuals when they act like females. They act like black women. They copy black women. Black women don't want to follow it. That's not a goddamn woman. Girl. Snapping the fingers, the twisting the chicken neck and all that. The language, everything they sculpture after. When they turn up and become a black woman. Why? That's what they copy. Black women ain't following after that. They following after man. They using examples like that for shock value and just to get people pissed off. But come on. But let's you can finish.
Yeah, I'll be quick. Pretty much like I went in there and I was just like, listen, I cut straight to the chick. I was like, women need to follow after men in the UPK. I was like, one of the things I said was, I said if you look at, of course, they try to hit me with the whole defense mechanism. You know what I mean? Oh, pronouns and all that. I was like, listen, man, we had a conversation. Like, I ain't here for all that, but besides all that, I told him, I said, listen, black women need to follow as the men in the UPK, and this is why. The men in the UPK teach women how to hold themselves accountable and to be responsible with their sex life. When I look at what gay men have condoned, I have seen y'all on the forefront of the feminist movement. I seen y'all on the forefront of the abortion movement. I seen y'all literally say a woman can do whatever the hell she wants with her body, and she want to be a slut. F that baby. You understand? And y'all don't offer no other responsible ways that they can choose with their sex life. Your ways is do as I will. Our ways is to be responsible. Don't mess with. I say y'all should be promoting. Stop messing with bad dudes that's no good for you. You know, I said something else. But you know, stop messing with dudes that's not good for you. Wait. Don't have sex with everybody. Preserve yourself. We teach that and we see the results of that. When you teach women to get abortions and do as I will, now they have all these different baby daddies and coming up with viruses and diseases. And, you know, of course, they shuffle, but I made a point blank.
Right. Which is a fact. Make better decisions. That's all. Just make better decisions. Let's read on.
Come. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
And you could just stop me whenever you're done.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's pretty much. All right. Most High Christ. Any more?
That was pretty much it. We started talking about the cup that she had filled up. We have a question. Time check 827. And, we have a question that says, "Can you please give me a precept that explains high holy days?"
Okay. All right. While I look at these precepts, could you hit me up with some more? There's some juice back there. You can give me some juice.
What was the first high holy day?
I was about to go right to Leviticus. Well, all I gotta do is look over there. Yep, it's Leviticus. We're gonna start at the 23rd chapter. So precepts to explain the high holy days. But all right, real quick, be specific. Like, do you want to know the reason? Say it again.
What is a high holy day?
Oh, that's what they asked you. What is a high holy day? No. Give me some. It's juice. I'll take the juice. Most High Christ, the water. Hold on. So read the question again.
What is a high holy day?
Oh, what is a high holy day?
Yeah, like what is a high holy day? And like precepts. Just like Leviticus, like you said.
Right. Leviticus 23, the whole 23 chapter tells you all the high holy days.
Right.
When it is, you know. But if there are certain high holy days you want to know why we keep them or whatnot, type that in and let me know if that's what you mean. But a high holy day is a day that the most high, like Passover is a high holy day.
Right.
It's a day that a special event took place that is to be remembered throughout Israel forever.
Right.
So when this event took place, the Lord decided that on the day and time that the day that the event took place, for it to be remembered forever. So when you got things like Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Feast of First Fruits, Memorial Blowing of the Trumpet, you know, so forth and so on, Hanukkah, those days events took place and the Lord decided that this will be remembered forever. And forever we will honor this day by remembering what happened. And you got stuff like the Sabbath, which is not a high holy day. It's just a day of observing. You got stuff like right, yep, the remembrance of what is that? You got what is it, Purim?
Purim, Feast of Dedication.
Feast of Dedication.
Not Tabernacles.
Yeah, but you get the point. Like it's certain. There are the main ones in the Bible in Leviticus that it tell us to keep. So there's certain things that's not a high holy day, but we still keep it for remembrance. And then we got Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Feast of First Fruit, like stuff like that is like high holy days.
Yeah. So we got two observations,
Mm-hmm.
and two observations, and five. No. We have six. Yeah, we have six high holy days.
Mm-hmm.
Two remembrances or observations, and so with the Sabbath would be more so.
Sabbath, it wouldn't be a high holy day. Sabbath would be, you know what? Let me double check on that. Because I'm almost positive. I'm like 50-50. To what about the Sabbath?
Yeah.
Now I'm a double check with the general because I'm almost like 50-50 on if I don't think it's unless it says if it's a high holy day.
Yeah, it said the 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest and a holy convocation.
Okay, all right, so we good. So it's a high holy day right there. There you go.
So it said, "Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. There are the feasts. These are the feasts of the Lord, even the holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons." So pretty much when it comes to the Sabbath, it's just a day of rest, like it says in the law. It's a day of rest.
Here we go.
Is keep it holy, even just fall back.
Right, yeah. Yep, like the rest of the high holy days. So there we go. So but was there any more questions?
Sir.
No more questions. All right, but if you got any more questions, type them in. Because if not, we're going to get into my topic. So I know I said something last week, and I'm gonna give y'all the proof on it. The NIV got 17 missing verses out of the Bible, out of the NIV Bible, so verses you can find in the King James is 17 verses that you can't find in the NIV. If anyone in the chat want me to go over a few, or if you would like all 17, let me know. Go ahead.
All 17.
You want all 17? I'm gonna send them to you. Let's go over a few, and then I'm gonna get into the Apocrypha if I had time. Go to Google, pull up. I want you to hold Matthew 17 and 21 in the King James. Go to Google, look up an NIV Bible, and type in Matthew. Yeah, type in Matthew 17 and 20 on the NIV, and then we're gonna read from 20 to 22, and we're gonna
Matthew 17.
Yep. We're going to read the King James, Matthew 17 and 21st to 22. And then we're going to read the NIV, Matthew 17 to 20 to 22. Salakia. Mm-hmm.
Got that one open.
So hold on, matter of fact, before you get that, let's read one scripture. We're going to go through this. Isaiah 34:16. Before we go into this, let's read Isaiah 34:16.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord.
Seek ye out the book of the Lord. What is the book of the Lord? The Bible. The Bible, the King James 16:11. The King James Bible is the book of the Lord. What I mean by that? That is the most accurate book up to date, translated out of the Hebrew, Greek, and Latin unto English. The book of the Lord is the Bible. Read.
Come, and read.
And read the book of the Lord. You want to seek something out about how things should go? Seek it out of the book of the Lord and read it. Read.
Come. No one of these shall fail.
If you read out of nothing, none of it is going to fail. Read.
Come. None shall want her mate.
None shall want her mate. What is her mate? Her mate. Go ahead, Nakar.
Is it like none shall want her mate? So basically, like the other nations.
The Bible is the book of the Lord. None shall want the mate of the book of the Bible. Meaning what?
Oh, the other translations.
That's one of them. And what else? Quran. All these books that they say come out of the Bible, there's no point in reading them. Everything you need to know about life in the Bible is in the Bible. Why in the hell am I reading the Quran if I have the Bible? Why in the hell am I reading the Book of the Dead if I have the Bible? Why in the hell am I studying any type of Egyptian or any of that philosophy when I have the Bible? See, when you try to link that up with the Bible, problems come out of it. When you seek the Most High and you read, you realize that everything outside of this book, read it for what? Go ahead, read on. Go ahead, you can answer it. So what does it mean? Let me see. All right, Most High Christ. Let's get it. All right. Yeah, Most High Christ, no sweat. Yep. So hold on, let me see. Bear with me real quick. All right, let's get it. When brother come back, we gonna, you know what I mean, we gonna move on. Remember, if y'all got any questions, man, type them in. Y'all just be sitting here watching. I know y'all got some questions, man. Hit me with some questions, man. If I can't get the answer for you, I'll definitely come back with the answer next week, man. Hit me with some questions. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it.
All right. So we are in the book Isaiah, the 36th chapter, 34th chapter, and the 16th verse. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall one hurt me.
Right.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
Now, I read that precept, so when I go to these next few scriptures, you will understand. There's no reason to read the NIV, the whatever translations they got. No reason to read the Book of Mormons, the Jehovah's Witness Bible. There's no reason to read the Book of the Dead, the Quran, you name it. When you have the Bible. Because here is why. You have the King James Version. And then let's read in the King James Version, Matthew, what was it, 17 and 20? Let's read 17 and 20, and let's read the 22.
Come. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 17, and verse 20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out by prayer and fasting. And while they abode in Galilee, Yahushua said unto them, the Son of Man shall be betrayed into the hands of men.
What verse you at?
That was the end of the 22, sir.
All right, let's go to Matthew 17 and 20 in the NIV.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20 in the New International Version. He replied, because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there.
What verse is this?
This is
20.
Come.
All right, go ahead.
All right. You can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you.
Let's read verse 21.
Ain't no verse 21.
What'd you say?
Ain't no verse 21.
It ain't no verse 21. So it skipped from 20 to 22?
It's good, yeah.
in the NIV, so it go to verse 20, and then it got 21, but it's blank, and then it got 22.
That supposed to be like that?
Yes. That's if you get an actual NIV Bible, that's what it say in there. I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna get look. Go ahead.
What's the reason for it though? Is it?
I'm gonna go into all that after. I'm gonna give you 5 blank scriptures, and then I'm gonna go into the reason why they did it. Right? Go to Songs of Solomon 1 and 4, and let's read to 6.
Songs of Solomon. Say it one more time.
1 and 4.
Oh no. Dang, you gotta do that.
Let's read it. Let's see what it says. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, let's read it.
One and 4.
Yeah, let's start at 4. Hold on, let me make sure this the one that I'm. Hold on, let me let me look up my list. Hold on. Bear with me.
This is making my brain flag.
Oh, hold on. You know what? Hold on. No, Matthew 18 and 11.
So this is not
Songs of Solomon. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of another translation, not the NIV.
So what's the next one? Matthew 18?
18 and 11. Let's go to start at 10. Hold on. Let me. That Songs of Solomon mean. Hold on, let me look that up.
18.
And 10.
18. All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 10 in the KJV. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
Yep. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. The Songs of Solomon one, I use that because there's a virgin out there. I'm gonna look up what virgin it is, where it says, "I am burnt with famine, but yet calmly."
You know what they try to do? So what they try to do is, so a lot of Jewish scholars and a lot of them Edomite scholars, they try to use that because they know that they basically saying that they black. So like they say Judah mourneth and black into the ground, they trying to say like that's a condition.
Exactly.
It's really saying that
Exactly. That's the whole point.
But they are black, and they trying to say that King Solomon is, pretty much like how he's rich and like how is he famine when he's rich? King Solomon was rich.
Mm-hmm.
And he was singing to females. What nigga? I don't know no black man that's singing talk about I'm broke, but y'all ladies love me. Come in my tents and come give me some buns. You understand?
That's a fact. Hold on, Salak. Hey, Shalom, low price. Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Everything too often?
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's all man. Like he just called me through the no, I'm about to send him a message to Facebook because he just called me and that couldn't even hear me. I couldn't even hear him, huh?
So
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Verse 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which is lost.
Mm-hmm. Son of Man coming to save that which is lost. Now let's go to the NIV version.
That's crazy. I'm gonna read. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 10. See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven. Verse 11 is null and void. Not there.
It's not there?
Lies. It goes straight to 12.
Okay. You know what? Let me give you one more. Matthew 23 and 13. Let's start at 13 and read to 15.
You said what?
Let's go to the NIV, Matthew 23 and 13, and let's read to 15. We ain't even gonna go to the King James Version because we get the point.
Matthew chapter 23
and 13.
Yeah. All right. Matthew chapter 23, verse 13 in the NIV, New International Version. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the doors of the kingdom of heaven in the people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to.
What verse was that?
Verse 13.
Oh, you started at 10?
You said,
What'd I say?
You said 13.
Salaka, start at 10 and let's read to 13.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 10 in the NIV, New International Version. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be a servant, for those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Verse 13. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites!
Oh, what about verse 11?
Verse 11. The greatest among you will be your servant.
Matthew 18 and 11?
18 and 11?
Oh, what'd I say?
You said.
Oh, 23 and 13. You in 23?
Yeah.
What 13 say?
Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in their faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Verse 14 is not there.
Verse 14 is where?
Not there.
So you get the point, right? So hold on, let me look up. So y'all get the point, right? Let me see.
Good night. So
Go ahead.
Like what for time's sake would be 54. So
and Bubba Shaw, could you give me the Bible Compact Dictionary?
Yeah, so like okay, what's the angle? Like I know Esau, our person is like evil is other, but like what was like what
What the
would I
purpose?
say his official stance was doing this?
Okay, all right. Let me find this, and if I can find it,
Because if I could, sir,
yeah, go ahead.
I remember Captain Cesario. He was explaining on Clubhouse in the debate where how basically the other translations that we have out here, they explain how it is not it's not a translation, it's not the official translation from the Greek and the Hebrew. It's just someone that took and read the King James Version. They read the King James Version and then put their spin on it.
Right. That's what it is. And then hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Last point. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find it. Remind me next week, right? Because I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it because we got little time. I'm not gonna waste too much time looking for it. Here's another reason, right? When you read Matthew chapter 5, and I'm gonna say verse 4, around there, Matthew the 5th chapter, where it talks about the angel being in the pool, and it talks about the angel. There was a certain time of year where the angel would, get in the pool and it'll wave the water. People would know if they get in the water, it would heal them of their illnesses, whatever they had, it'll heal them. That was taken out the NIV, right? And that was taken out, or not the NIV, it was taken out of, the NIV, and it was another Bible, right? Because they couldn't find no history on it. Right, they couldn't find no history on an angel being in the water, flapping his wings, people getting in it and healing themselves. A while ago, right? It was a church. It was like, I forgot where it was at.
I think it was over there.
Right, where they knocked the wall down and they found archaeological proof, the archaeology of the angel being in the water, healing people. They found proof in a record of it when they did knock down this church. They found the proof of it, which then made them feel like, damn, them taking out the Bible, they was wrong for doing it, because they couldn't find no history, no paintings, no nothing on it, and here it is all along. Somebody then built something over it so you couldn't find it. They knock a wall down and find it in the church. The painting that someone painted after seeing the vision of the angel being in the pool healing people. Somebody seen that, went, wrote it down, and they found it. But there's Bibles out there that don't have that verse in there. Why? Because they did research in history, and they couldn't find it. But they didn't look hard enough. It exists. It's in the King James Version for a reason. It exists. And I'm gonna find that scripture, and then I'm gonna find the story, and I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna go into it next week. So write that in your notes. Go ahead.
One of the things that one of the things that we did leave out. Well, one thing that we can say that they try to mess up with around was they had little faith. Like, they don't believe that it was an angel that went in that water and was giving miracles to the brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can believe the parting of the Red Sea or something as simple as an angel. It just shows how evil it is. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You thinking that you believe in God, you know what I mean, trying to translate these scriptures, but something as small as an angel doing miracles, and Christ came on the scene and talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Esau, our oppressor, is going to be the oppressor.
Right. So, like, is there any more questions online? No questions? No more questions in the room? All right, with that, pass the class off to priest and officer in the car.